Thank you for visiting my reading today. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I aim to give insights to those who visit, some things that can give you a different perspective. The heart of the matter for Sagittarius today is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is collaborating with individuals. It can be a team of people. It can be a group working on a project at work. It can be a family working on a project. It can be family or friends working together on something. Really, it is a collaborative and cooperative energy. So this is a good thing to see here. What is crossing the Three of Pentacles? Oh, the Seven of Swords. There is an issue here. The Seven of Swords is showing that there could be a conflict here. There could be suspicion here. Seven of Swords often talks about a person who's working strategically. It can be a positive or negative card. In this case, I think you feel as though someone is deceiving you. I get that you feel suspicious about an individual. So Sagittarius, you are intuitive, so you're getting a bad feeling about someone in your group. So this is an interesting situation. You have what looks like, on the face of it, cooperation. At the base of the reading is a water sign that is emotional energy, that is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This is likely an individual around you. This person is emotional. They are emotionally strong. They are very intuitive. They can be compassionate. And I think that this could be part of your chart as well. So something is tweaking you at an emotional level. I get that. So let's see what is in the recent past. See if we can get some more insights. You have recently had a wish fulfilled of some sort. Something that you wanted to happen. I get the feeling that this didn't happen like you wanted it to, or like you imagined that it would. But you kind of went, okay, not exactly what I was looking for, but I will take it. So let's see what is entering Sagittarius's consciousness. What is entering your consciousness? The Knight of Pentacles. This is the state at which a lot of work is being done. There's a foundation that you have set for yourself in the material realm. And at this point, there's a lot of work that needs to be done before this is completed. So I think that the energy around this reading is really quite possibly concerned with work. It could be some kind of home improvement project that you have going, that kind of mundane being a worldly project that you're going on. So you may feel that someone is not being honest with you about this project. If you're working on a DIY situation and you have a contractor, that's something that it could be. On a less specific level, again, this could be an issue at work. There is a push to work. That is often what you see here. There's a push to work harder. So let's look what's coming up in the future is some emotional bliss. Well, that's a good card to see here. And this makes me think, what if the Seven of Swords is talking about simply using the resources that you have? There is that possibility. So for some of the Sagittarius looking at this could be a sign that you are working with a group of people and they are really good at strategically using their resources. So that could mean that some of the energy here has been spent on trying to figure out creative ways to do things. That is entirely possible. So there is that storyline, and there's this other storyline that may be going on. It doesn't exclude, it's not mutually exclusive. There could be some things going on that are a little bit iffy as well. So you will know which of those scenarios is yours, but I feel both of those lines going at the same time. So Sagittarius, your energy right now is in the Ten of Pentacles. So this is telling me this might actually be a home project, because this is the happy home. This is a stable, solid relationship and happiness, and really just a blissful home. So you have the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. So this is really good. So I'm really getting that this reading is telling me that you are in a good place. So if any of you are struggling with something here, this Seven of Swords, it's probably not a very serious thing. It might, if it is something that is being deceptive, and because this seems to be centering on emotional happiness, emotional bliss, and a happy home, it could be just a tension around some project that you have going at home, and that will be easily solved. I think that is what I'm getting here. So the environment, external environment, the external environment is, that is interesting to see here, because the Eight of Swords talks about things that aren't really there, so suspicions, feeling trapped. But I do get with the 7 and 8 together, perhaps it is that you are seeing something there that isn't. Perhaps it's a misunderstanding between you and someone else, because this environment is showing you is feeling trapped into something. So if this could be a contract. I get that. If this is, again, what I'm thinking that it is in this one storyline that we have, something about a contractual agreement that you feel trapped with. So again, do you feel like you can't negotiate this? Let's look and see what your hopes and fears are here, Sagittarius. The Knight of Cups. Well, that is interesting. The Knight of Cups talks about like a traditional romantic. So this is an emotional card, and it's an emotional situation. So this twists the storyline a little bit here. There's the hope maybe is, and this is really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and look at the outcome and then see if we can get any clarifiers, because I need to think about this a little bit. The feelings that I'm getting with this are interesting. Okay. The Page of Swords. Okay. Let's look at what's at the bottom, the High Priestess. So this is someone around you. Okay, there's a couple of cards here that, whoa. I'm going to go back a little bit here. Oh, okay. Let's look at this. What is going on here? This is an odd little reading. It can be... Well, this looks like your energy right here. Definitely there is going way far back. There's been some rocky times here. There's been heartbreak. There was you feeling like you were betrayed. There is an Aries in the midst here, so at least an Aries energy, but this could also be, because you're a fire sign, it could be your energy. There was a situation where you had to make some choices, but here you're going forward with a creative idea with vigor, and maybe because we know Sagittarius can get a little carried away, maybe this felt a little reckless to someone around you. It looks like, though, this could be your energy, or this could be someone else's energy. So maybe this is our source of it. Maybe you were feeling manipulated by someone here. Maybe there is a Gemini, perhaps, that is in your midst that we're not really sure about. So let's see what else is going on here. The Two of Swords. There was a decision you had to make. Now, because there is a really positive, there's really positive energy around you, in many ways, this is something that's discordant with that. But you have the Ace of Pentacles right here. So that ace was the beginning of something very successful, which is being talked about in the Pentacles. So what in the world? So maybe, so the Six of Cups talks about emotions from the past. So maybe you were working through. I think that has something to do with it, because the High Priestess here at the bottom of the deck, and the situation here, some things have been a little bit rocky. Overall, it seems, again, like the energy is good, but the Page of Swords here as an outcome, this can mean a couple of different things. This can mean that there is an individual here who is sort of an apprentice at life, and that is the feeling that I get from this, that there may be a person around you who is awkward in how they communicate, and that is this emotional immaturity that makes things that they say, they can be petty in a certain ways. I'm not sure why they're coming up here as the outcome. Sometimes this is a person who is getting training. They're seeking knowledge, they're looking at the details, they're looking or watching someone else work. That's why I say it's apprentice. It feels like apprentice energy to me. But it's an emotional, it's an emotional immaturity, and someone who is looking for details. They may not understand what they are seeing. So that's, someone may be getting the wrong end of the stick here. There has been a moment, an aha moment, just in the recent past. And there are some things that you are working on. I'm going to put this down here, because the High Priestess, I feel this is your energy going inside and working on some emotional things. Now, the King of Cups could have something to do with this. There could be some deep emotional situation here. It doesn't feel like it, though. This feels like a really stable individual. So this King of Cups around you could be a Pisces, or I'm feeling a Pisces, but it could be any of the water signs. This is someone around you, I believe. This may be someone that you talk to a lot. This may be a trusted advisor who you take some emotional things to. That is kind of what I'm feeling here. So what is going on? There has been some anxiety here, and some of it may be based in, this can be a card of going back into your past, and that's why I'm going to set these up here for a second. This is kind of what I'm getting here. You've gone back in your past and you've looked at situations where you felt uncomfortable. The shadow work has taken place here, and I think that's where you came up with these insights. So someone, I think, has been tweaking these old hurts, but you've been working through them. Now, I'm still not really clear on what's happening here, but we can see that you were having some issues. You were maybe even, well, this card typically shows a person who's anxious and losing sleep. Something, and I've used this phrase many times this week in reading, something has been doing your head in. And that's the 7, 8, and 9 of Swords here all show that. So was this something that you worked out yourself, or was it something that you discovered about another person? That's going to be, that's why there are two lines here, because this could be both or either. You had an aha moment just recently, and there was this is twofold. This can be a Scorpio. This can be a Scorpio around you, or this could be something that you had actually were forced to make a new start at something. So, and again, these are not mutually exclusive, so this could be the same sort of thing that has happened. So I'm going to put this up here because this is kind of an important card whether this is a Scorpio energy around you or a rebirth that you had, whatever it is, you kind of got your wish. It wasn't exactly what you had in mind. It did push you into some kind of situation, either with a Scorpio or getting a fresh start. You had this aha moment, and this is, again, this is in the past, so this is really going to come in. Actually, this happened here. This is recent past as well, as is this aha moment. So something has been revealed to you intuitively, and this was something, again, that this situation was here. This caused you some concern, and the realization, this is coming to grips with energy in your past and maybe accepting some things about yourself that you did not really want to look at. But it gave you a new opportunity. It gave you a fresh start here. And so whatever it was, again, this wish wasn't fulfilled like you thought that it should be. But you also had a choice to make. And the choice is not really apparent right now. So I am going to say that something in your energy, you had to make a choice. You knew what it was. You made that choice because you got this clarity. Now let's look at what else is going on up here, because I want to get more clarity. What is this? The Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm putting the Queen of Swords here because I think what you did, the situation that was doing your head in, the suspicions that you had, you wanted to work things out. You wanted to say, the traditional, the emotional situation, I think you went in with hat in hand and maybe said something, this is a misunderstanding. I want to work this out. I think you were rebuffed. I think that you were rebuffed. You were afraid you were going to be, this in the fears, your fear is that you're going to be rebuffed. But I think that has already happened. That's what it feels like to me. That's where you had this realization. So in the outcome is the Queen of Swords feels like your energy. It feels like you're saying, okay, I'm afraid this is not going to work out. I'm going to go hat in hand to this individual, if there is an individual involved, and they're not going to accept what I have to give them, that's possibly the realization. So you set yourself to work, just work on what you can work on. You're finding out. The Seven of Pentacles card is earlier in this process. That is when you figure out what it is that serves you. And so there are things that no longer serve you. And one of those is engaging with someone's energy that you feel trapped about, but you realize that you're not, because what you can do is you can set aside the people or the issues that cause you that emotional grief and come at looking at a situation from the Queen of Swords, which is analytical and logical and unemotional. You don't have to give that emotional energy. So this is you learning how to do that. I get it now. And that is going to be energy that moves you towards healing. So this is an emotional healing. This is healing from some things, and I think these are words. The swords can be conflict. Sometimes they're words. Sometimes this is harsh communication. And so this is energy that I think you share with whatever or whoever, and I do feel now this is whoever, someone in the midst that you were collaborating with on something. You didn't know how to you're going to know how to communicate with them and how much to extend of yourself. And that is where you're learning to build your boundaries in. Totally get it. So the Eight of Swords now makes sense. This is an environment where you felt these bindings here in this Eight of Swords are not emotional bindings that are coming from you. They were coming from someone else. You were extending that energy and not making boundaries with another individual. That is what I totally think that's what this is about. And you have learned that going hat in hand, you're afraid to do that because you've gotten burned with that. In this situation, you know now that you need to be more careful about how you approach the situation, because there are people who will take advantage of that. And your energy going forward is going to be more like the Queen of Swords, who is logical, analytical, and all business with people and does not give away that energy. So let's see what else. Yes, this is a balance that you're looking for. This is back into the energy that you want to have, which is independent and just together and happy and prosperous. So what else? Yes. So you're really taking the Page of Pentacles. The energy here is you're learning a lot about yourself. You're learning a lot more about how to work with people in the world. So that is, I feel complete. Do I need to? Some news is going to come into your consciousness now. This could be news about this situation, because this is the Swords energy. So look for news, look for information that will be helpful. Again, this is the Ace of Swords. The Knight of Swords will bring in some new information. This will be fast moving information. But things are moving towards healing, and I think that's accelerating. So I will put this right. Yep, I'll put this right here. This is something you need to know. Anything else? One more card. This could be advice. This is something that's going to be quick. You're quickly learning, I think, is really what this is talking about. But let's see what we have. We have one more card. Whoa. Okay. That justice will be done one way or another. That there will be a sense that justice is restored, and it's a time when you're having to think about perfecting. So that's at the bottom, and there's that Seven of Pentacles I was talking about. This is things that no longer serve you. So you're going to have this, and there is strength there. That's Leo strength, and that's it. I will leave it here, because this is a step in the right direction. Some painful and mixed emotions have been happening now. So this has been a moment where you were growing and learning a little bit more about how to navigate in the world of emotions. So I think this is positive. I think that the energy is here. Painful, but really worthwhile, because you're learning who to give your energy to and who to not give it to. This is boundaries being set, and there will be a sense of justice here. Thank you very much.